Number 10, Vanessa Paradis. Vanessa Paradis was Johnny's partner of 14 years before they separated, and has resolutely supported her ex from day one. During the 2020 Sun libel case, Vanessa sent a statement to the judge in England, writing, quote, "I work as a musician, singer-songwriter, actress, and fashion model. I have known Johnny for more than 25 years. We've been partners for 14 years, and we raised our 2 children together. Through all these years, I've known Johnny to be a kind, attentive, generous, and non-violent person and father. On movie sets, the actors, directors, and entire crew adore him because he is humble and respectful to everyone, as well as being one of the best actors we've ever seen. I am aware of the allegations which Amber Heard has publicly accused Johnny of for more than 4 years now. This is nothing like the true Johnny I have known, and from my personal experience of many years, I can say he was never violent or harmful to me. I have seen that these outrageous statements have been really distressing and also caused damage to his career, because unfortunately people have gone on believing these false facts. This is so upsetting that he has helped so many people in his personal and professional life with kindness and generosity. Although they're no longer together, if she's willing to support her ex through a case against him, I can't imagine anything else that would come between them. Number 9, Candace Owens. Candace Owens is a right-wing political commentator who has spoken out strongly in support of Johnny Depp during his fight with Amber. She labeled Amber as, quote, "a liar from day one," and she has elaborated on her television show what her exact stance is during the trial. Quote, "It has been absolutely ridiculous to see what that woman was allowed to do because she flew under the radar of the Me Too movement." And honestly, she's kind of right. If the verdict of this trial proves that Johnny was wrongfully misrepresented by Amber, then it could be a case of Amber manipulating a movement meant to empower victims in favor of destroying this man's career. Candace also tweeted out in early April, quote, "I'm on record calling Amber Heard a liar from day one. Many people don't realize that a harmful sociopath was able to seamlessly destroy a man because of the Me Too campaign. Never believe women. Instead, listen to women and men, but believe facts." Number 8, Paul Bettany. Paul Bettany and Johnny Depp are extremely close friends. Johnny's lawyer even called him to the stand to help support Depp during the trials. If he's willing to go to court for someone, I doubt the outcome of the case will have much of a say in whether or not Paul's opinion of Johnny is swayed. He's previously shown his support for Depp on Twitter too, and shown his love for the actor in various interviews both before the trouble with Amber and after. Number 7, David Yates. Despite Johnny being kicked out of the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them franchise for the allegations made against him back in 2017, the director of that series has come out in support of Johnny Depp. Swaying against what was the public opinion at the time that Johnny had harmed Amber, David decided to show his support despite receiving tons of backlash for it. When they were considering ousting him before the final decision had been made, Yates voted to keep him because, quote, "I can only tell you about the man I see every day. He's full of decency and kindness, and that's all I see. Whatever accusation was out there doesn't tally with the kind of human being I've been working with." As an OG supporter of Depp's, I doubt the verdict of the court case will sway his opinion now. Number 6, Laurie Holden. Another original supporter of Johnny Depp's from way back in 2016 when the allegations first came out is Laurie Holden. She starred in The Walking Dead and received major backlash for her support of Johnny Depp back when the world was against him. And now, fast forward all the way to 2022, Laurie shared an article about her bashing her for supporting the Fantastic Beasts actor with the tweet, quote, "Glad I did support him. Would do it again in a heartbeat. Just happy that 6 years later the world is finally catching up. The truth is now being revealed and there will be justice." All the people who supported Johnny back before it was the popular opinion are definitely getting their comeuppance now. Number 5, Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder is also an ex of Johnny's. She was supposed to testify in his 2020 trial but was unable to attend. Although they only dated for a few years back in the 90s, their bond was extremely tight, and so she was called to defend Depp. Instead of being able to attend though, Winona wrote a statement to the court which reads, quote, "I am aware of the violence allegations that have been made publicly for the last few years by Johnny Depp's ex-wife Amber Heard. I knew Johnny very well years ago. We were together as a couple for 4 years, and I counted him as my best friend and as close to me as family. I count our relationship as one of the more significant relationships of my life. I understand that it is very important that I speak from my own experience, as I obviously was not there during his marriage to Amber, but from my experience, which was so wildly different, I was absolutely shocked, confused, and upset when I heard the accusations against him. The idea that he is an incredibly violent person is the furthest thing from the Johnny I knew and loved. I cannot wrap my head around these accusations. He was never violent towards me. He was never harmful at all towards me. He has never been violent or harmful towards anybody I have seen. I truly and honestly only know him as a really good man, an incredibly loving, extremely caring guy who is so very protective of me and the people people that he loves, and I felt so very, very safe with him.
I do not want to call anyone a liar, but from my experience of Johnny, it is impossible to believe that such horrific allegations are true.
Number 4, Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem was Depp's co-star in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise before Johnny got booted from the film due to the accusations of Amber. Given his resolute statement of support, I doubt it will waive anytime soon. Quote, "I love Johnny. He has always been a true gentleman and an extremely generous and caring friend to my family and myself. On top of that, I've had the gift of working with him twice and have experienced his respectful attitude towards every single member of the crew alongside his unique and hilarious sense of humor. I stand by Johnny because I have always seen and felt a true caring and loving man in him. He is an extraordinary and unique artist who has listened to anyone who needed his help." Number 3, Penelope Cruz. Penelope Cruz, Javier's wife and co-star to Johnny Depp, also in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, has given similar shows of support for the defamed actor. She gave this declaration back in the 2020 libel trial in the UK. Quote, "I met Johnny when I was 19 years old. He was in Madrid and introduced to me. The only sentences I knew how to say in English at the time were, 'How are you?' and 'I want to work with Johnny Depp.' Many years have passed and I have not only made 3 movies with him, but I also count on him as a great friend. I've always been impressed by his kindness, his brilliant mind, his talent, and his peculiar sense of humor. I've seen Johnny in so many situations and he is always kind to everyone around. He's one of the most generous people I know. During 6 months of my first pregnancy, I spent every single day with him while we shot Pirates of the Caribbean. My husband and I will never forget the sweetness, protection, and kindness he treated me with during every single step of that process. We loved him very much and I feel very lucky to have someone so special in our lives." Number 2, Paul McCartney. Although he has not made an official public statement, Paul McCartney did pay tribute to the actor in the recent Seattle stop of his Get Back tour. He performed the song My Valentine, of which Depp stars in the music video. His image could be seen on a giant screen behind McCartney while he sang his song, which, if you ask me, is just as large of a show of support as any statement could be. Number 1, Sia. Sia also gave her show of support, although the tweet has since been deleted. Kinda sus. Back in 2020, she wrote out on Twitter, quote, "Just showing my public support for Johnny Depp. I mean, I'd love him to get clean and stop with the jewelry, but he is clearly the victim after hearing those tapes." I wonder if she deleted it because she made fun of his aesthetic or for some other reason.
In at number 10, blacklisted from Hollywood. As of now, Johnny Depp has technically been blacklisted from Hollywood, as he's been fired from a number of projects in light of the Amber Heard allegations. However, through all his firings in Hollywood, his fans have still had his back, and he's been supported throughout it. However, if it's found that Heard is innocent and Depp is guilty of harming her, we might start to see fans turn on him as well as Hollywood. If he loses, it would not be hard to think he would never get cast in a movie again, because most studios wouldn't want to deal with all the negative press that would come from it. He might even have some of his past awards revoked or banned from award shows in the future like Will Smith. And at number 9, Amber will get movie roles. With all the press that's been surrounding her name, if she is found innocent, movie studios will be fighting for the chance to make her the lead in their movies. Think about how much money her first acting role back would make. Since the trials have started to go viral in the media, Heard has not had any new movies in the works, most likely since her casting in Aquaman 2 got a very negative reaction. After the casting news was announced, a petition for her to be dropped from the movie went viral and reached over 1 million signatures. But obviously if she were innocent, those petitions would go away and her career would be able to go back to how it was before this fiasco. And at number 8, Depp will have to pay up. In the current trial, Depp is suing Heard for defamation, seeking $50 million in damages. Heard then decided to countersue and is seeking $100 million in damages from Johnny. Heard's lawyers tried to get Depp's defamation suit dismissed after he lost the UK libel case against The Sun, but a judge refused, citing differences in UK and US defamation laws. Also, Heard was not a defendant in that case, so her statements were not able to be refuted in the same way. Heard believes Depp defamed her when his legal team referred to her claims as fake and a hoax. Because Heard's op-ed was published in the Washington Post, the trial is taking place in Fairfax, Virginia, where the newspaper is printed. We can assume Heard would not receive $100 million, because I doubt it could be argued that she lost that much money from the claims, but I'm sure she will get a massive chunk of change if she wins, something in the tens of millions of dollars. And at number 7, Depp will appeal. Even if Depp loses, it doesn't mean his case is completely over, as he will have the opportunity to appeal the decision and take it to a higher court. Some lawyers already think this might be the case, because it's going to be very hard for Depp to prove defamation. A lawyer that spoke to People about the case said, quote, "In terms of the trial in Virginia right now, I think Johnny Depp has an uphill battle. Defamation is very hard to prove. First and foremost, truth is an absolute defense to any defamatory statement. So regardless of the alleged defamatory statement, if a defendant can establish that it is true, the defense is going to win. The lawyer also pointed out that since Heard never said Depp's name in this piece or gave specific details, it's harder to prove that she was lying. Since Depp already lost his case against The Sun, this case might not be the slam dunk his fans think it is. And at number 6, Depp fans will riot. Johnny Depp's fans have believed him since day one, and each time it's proven that Amber is a liar, his fan base gets even stronger. It's to the point that even celebrities have supported him, with singer Sia and model Ireland Baldwin sharing that they believe Amber is lying about everything. The hashtag Justice for Johnny is going viral online, and it seems that everywhere you look, Amber Heard is getting called a liar. The petition to have Amber Heard from Aquaman 2 also just reached a whopping 2 million signatures, getting a huge spike during the trial. So clearly the public is rallying around Depp and wants Amber to pay up. So if that does not happen, who knows the kinds of public outcry that we'll see. There's a chance there could even be riots around the courthouse. Halfway number 5, Depp will go bankrupt. Like I said before, Heard is countersuing Depp for defamation, asking for $100 million. And even though there's almost no chance that he will have to pay her that amount if she wins, there is a chance the number could be very high. Celebrity Net Worth states that Depp currently has a net worth of $100 million, the exact amount that Heard is asking for. So on the incredibly rare chance that Heard wins the complete amount, Johnny could go bankrupt. I'm not sure what the protocol would be if Depp is not able to pay, but I assume Heard would gain access to some of his assets as some sort of collateral. Let me know below if you know the answer to that. And at number 4, lose celebrity friends. Many celebrities have actively supported Johnny Depp in the past, telling the public how good of a man that he is. Some of these celebrities include Winona Ryder, Javier Bardem, Penelope Cruz, and Paul Bettany. But after a potentially guilty verdict, there is a chance that celebrity friends will turn their backs on him. Maybe they will think differently of the star, or maybe it will be bad for their careers to be associated with him, so they'll decide to cut him off. And at number 3, he could go to jail. The case right now between Heard and Depp is a civil case where they are both suing for defamation. The state is not involved in it whatsoever. But if it's proven that Johnny Depp did harm Amber Heard, which is of course illegal, there is a chance the state could start a criminal trial against him and put him behind bars. If Johnny is charged and convicted of domestic battery, he will be required to pay a fine of $2,000 and or serve a prison sentence in county jail for up to 1 year. This could open Depp up to not only other lawsuits, but other legal charges. And at number 2, lay low. If Johnny does lose the trial, I think there's 2 ways it could potentially go. Either he'll get out in front of the public and go on every TV program to tell them why he is innocent, or he will lay low and become a recluse. It seems that Johnny has never loved the fame of being an actor, rather he loves the artistic part of the job. That's why if things don't go his way, I assume he will get out of the public eye and stop anything that has to do with the public. Depp has revealed in the past that he hates being famous, and it even makes him feel like a fugitive. In one interview, he said fame is, quote, a little bit like living like a fugitive. Everything has to be some sort of strategy. To get you into the hotel, to get you out of the hotel, to get you into the restaurant, to get you out of the restaurant. Depp says that he of course is honored to have fans, but admitted that if he could be an actor without the aspect of fame, he would much prefer that. And finally at number 1, the public will apologize. If Depp is found guilty and Heard is found innocent, the public and the media will have to apologize to Amber Heard. Even though the verdict might not change how people think about the couple's strained relationship, we will all be forced to accept the legal process. I'm not sure we have any precedent in Hollywood of someone who has been proven innocent after a scandal like this, but I think it will be a strange transition for everyone to accept that Heard won this legal battle. As of now, Johnny has won the case in the court of public opinion, and that is very valuable because public opinion might be even more important than what the law decides. Although since so much has come out about Amber, it's clear the public will most likely never trust her again. Like when it comes to the poop in the bed saga, the only person that it makes a little bit of sense to be responsible is Amber. And even if she wins, the public won't be able to forget that she might have been responsible for that. Also, it's been proven that Amber has gotten physical with other partners in the past, so that history of violence will not be forgotten.
Number 10. Penelope Cruz. Penelope Cruz, the woman known best for her roles in movies like Vanilla Sky and tons of Spanish-speaking films. She was also Johnny Depp's co-worker in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. She played Angelica, the daughter of Blackbeard, and she is super outspoken about her support for Johnny Depp. In their statement about the issue, she said, quote, "I've always been impressed by his kindness, his brilliant mind, his talent, and his peculiar sense of humor. I've seen Johnny in so many situations and he is always kind to everyone around. He's one of the most generous people I know. During 6 months of my first pregnancy, I spent every single day with him while we shot Pirates of the Caribbean. My husband and I will never forget the sweetness, protection, and kindness he treated me with during every single step of that process. We love him very much and I feel lucky to have someone so special in our lives. She hasn't fully gone against Amber Heard, but I think it's pretty clear just where her loyalties lie in this matter. Number 9. Javier Bardem. Now on to Penelope Cruz's husband, Javier Bardem. He revealed back in March 2020 during one of the previous court cases that his allegiance lies stoutly with Johnny Depp. They had previously worked together on a movie called Before Night Falls and again in Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales. In a statement, he said, quote, "I stand by Johnny because I have always seen and felt a true caring and loving man in him. He's an extraordinary and unique artist who has listened to anyone who needed help. I not only love Johnny but respect him deeply and thank him for being the free and careless little boy he is in his art and the mature and loving man he is in the lives of others. He's always there when we need him. I love Johnny because he is a good human being, trapped in the lies and manipulations of toxic beings and yet smiling and loving us all in spite of it." How? Through his music, through his acting, through his silence. This means a lot. Thank you, Johnny. Millions of others like me love you deeply. Coming in at number 8 is Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder dated Johnny Depp for 4 years from 1989 to 1993. Having known him for so long, she felt inclined to give a statement on the conflict. Quote, "I understand that it is very important that I speak from my own experience, as I obviously was not there during his marriage to Amber, but from my experience, which was so widely different, I was absolutely shocked, confused, and upset when I heard the accusations against him. The idea that he is an incredibly harmful person is the furthest thing from the Johnny I knew and loved. I cannot wrap my head around these accusations. He has never physically hurt anybody I have seen. I truly and honestly only know him as a really good man. He's an incredibly loving, extremely caring guy who was so very protective of me and the people that he loves, and I felt so very, very safe with him." While she also didn't come out against Amber Heard, she did explain her sense of disbelief at the idea of Johnny ever hurting anyone. Number 7 is Vanessa Paradis. Vanessa Paradis is Johnny Depp's ex-wife, who is also a famous French singer. The two have 2 children together and were together for 25 years. Although they divorced in 2012, she was quick to come to the defense of her ex-husband, who is a supportive co-parent. Quote, "I have known Johnny Depp for more than 25 years. We've been partners for 14 years, and we raised our 2 children together. Through all these years, I've known Johnny to be a kind, attentive, generous, and non-violent person and father. I am aware of the allegations which Amber Heard has publicly accused Johnny of for more than 4 years now. This is nothing like the true Johnny I have known, and from my personal experience of many years, I can say he was never harmful towards me." Her statement is eloquent and straight to the point, and for someone who also had a falling out with the man, she still holds such a high viewpoint of the actor. So what does that say? Next up is Kevin McNally, Johnny Depp's co-star who played Gibbs in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Although it's extremely unlikely that he will show up in court to testify for Johnny Depp, once rumors surfaced that Depp was to step down as Jack Sparrow, he stated, quote, "My dream is that some sort of link will be needed between what has been before and whatever bizarre incarnation of what there is to come. But I sincerely think that my fate is so tied in with Johnny's that I will go with him if indeed he does go," which is a really beautiful thing to say about someone. Next up on the list is David Yates. David is the director of the Fantastic Beasts series, a spin-off of Harry Potter that used to star Johnny Depp as one of the villains. Johnny was fired from his role after the allegations surfaced from Amber Heard when she wrote the article that she had been harmed by someone. Although not named, we all know who she was referring to. Anyways, he released a statement saying, quote, "Honestly, there's an issue at the moment where there's a lot of people being accused of things. They're being accused by multiple victims, and it's compelling and frightening. With Johnny, it seems to me there was one person who took a pop at him and claimed something. I can only tell you about the man I see every day. He's full of decency and kindness, and that's all I see. Whatever accusation was out there doesn't tally with the kind of human being I've been working with." Coming in at number 4 is J.K. Rowling. Okay, J.K. Rowling isn't really in anyone's good graces lately for various extremely valid reasons, but she did show a statement of support for Johnny Depp after he was initially hired for his role in the Fantastic Beasts franchise that she had written. Despite receiving a lot of backlash for the decision to hire him, the Harry Potter author stated, quote, "For me personally, the inability to speak openly to fans about this issue has been difficult, frustrating, and at times painful. However, the agreements that have been put in place to protect the privacy of two people, both of whom have expressed a desire to get on with their lives, must be respected. Based on our understanding of the circumstances, the filmmakers and I are not only comfortable sticking with our original casting, but genuinely happy to have Johnny playing a major character in the movies. Glad that worked out. Coming in at number 3 is Sia. Basically zero chance that she'll show up in court, but Sia is next on the list of celebrities who have been extremely outspoken in supporting Johnny Depp. In a tweet speaking about the matter, she stated, quote, "Just showing my public support for Johnny Depp. I mean, I'd love him to get clean and stop with the jewelry, but he is clearly the victim after hearing those tapes." Fair enough on the jewelry aspect, sometimes it's a bit tacky. Coming in at number 2 is Sharon Osbourne. Another famous celebrity who left a show of support for Johnny Depp is the wife of Ozzy Osbourne and British television personality Sharon Osbourne. During an appearance on a talk show aptly named The Talk, Sharon stated, quote, "It takes two to tango. I think that they had a very vulnerable relationship. I think they're both as bad as each other. She gave him as good as she got. It wasn't just like a little mouse in the corner being battered. I don't know what they were using. I have no idea who was doing what, but I know they were both drinking and it's a volatile relationship." Next on my list is an actor who is confirmed to be called to testify for his part in the aggressive texts that he and Johnny had exchanged about Amber Heard and the horrifying things they would do to her body. Paul Bettany co-starred with Johnny for the 2010 movie The Tourist. They also worked together on Transcendence and Mordecai. Having worked together on several films, the two quickly became super close friends. Initially, he tweeted, quote, "Known Johnny Depp for years and through several relationships. He's the sweetest, kindest, gentlest man that I've ever known. Just saying." Apparently, during the reading of the texts about Amber between the two actors, Paul felt ashamed of what he said and attempted to distance himself from the couple, which, like, man, if you're gonna say that stuff, at least own it fully. Don't shy away from it.